Thank you. Better late than never. Dearie me, they need sorting out, Dazza. They do. I'm going to send you over there to sort them out in a minute.
I'm going to close this first. Just
don't close that. We need that. That's got the results on there. Right. I am Stanford Chidge, and this is Just Football.
I'm Darren Mantle.
That is Darren Mantle. It really is. This is not the actor from that awful football hooligan film Green Street with a bad German accent. This really is Darren Mantle, and this is Pablo. And that is as happy as Pablo gets, I tell you. All right, now, back to business. This is going to be great fun. This is, I think, actually, probably, I would say, put under a bit of pressure by Ross and the work that he does on the ratings. I have, souped up the Chelsea FanCast end of season awards like never before. I've cut out a lot of the daft nominations where Darren always wins, for example.
It's never even happened. I don't know where you got this in your
I
head.
don't understand
I've
either.
never won it. I came joint second once.
Did you?
In fact, joint second twice.
Who normally won then?
Chant won once, Lauren won once, we've only done it twice.
Yeah. That's probably why I scrapped it, because I just felt it was unfair on you. Because I thought I always voted for you. I always voted for you.
Thank you.
But anyway, we've now got proper
No, you
awards.
scrapped it because he would win this year, in theory.
Yeah, that's
if
true,
he
yeah.
keeps coming second to people that are no longer here.
I'd my best chance of winning, and you scrap it.
You
It's just because you don't win
always-
it, isn't it?
Okay, so I know. But I'm a winner anyway. I don't need an award to prove it. Anyway, the bottom line is that this is great stuff. We've got 12 fantastic awards, and we've also now got a proper website where you can actually go and vote. And that is the major difference between now and previous years. So, without further ado, we're going to start with the Celery moment of the season. Now, if you were watching, and I would also say, we did discuss all of the nominations. We were responsible for putting the nominations forward.
Almost all the nominations.
I know. I'm about to explain that now. I did kind of review a few and think.
You had some creative control over it all.
Pablo's giving me a hard time here, but Pablo is also pleased that I have changed one of them, like the Juan Mata going for worst moment of the season.
Yeah.
So I've not been.
I didn't notice that. To be honest.
Well, there we go. So shut up. Anyway, the bottom line is
I lost interest after you didn't like.
Have you finished? Thank you. Basically, we nominated them, so it's all our fault. So blame us. But the Celery moment of the season is the first award, and the nominees were as follows. They were Gerard's slip. In the match. There we go. Gerard, look at that. He's looking for his contact lenses there, or is it just his dignity? There we go. But there we go. Gerard slipping, which let Demba Ba in, which probably I probably laughed more at that one moment this season than any other. The second, which is the one I voted for, actually, I voted for the fantastic European flags, which. A lot of the people that we know and love, in fact, two of them are sitting on this table with me tonight. Darren can see himself behind the blue bit of the mosaic. I suspect.
No, I'm not what you think I am.
No,
because I'm right on the white mosaic in the right bottom left square of the mosaic.
Anyway,
wearing a white T-shirt to fit in with the mosaic.
That's right, he wasn't it? Anyway, I voted for the European flags, not least because these two are very, very heavily involved with it.
Did you vote for that, Pablo?
I can't remember. Probably.
Okay.
I didn't.
Well, the last
gone for Gerard's slip.
Ross voted for the flags. Right, well, the last nomination was for... We kind of basically decided Jose Mourinho in general, but what we really meant, there were so many moments this season where he's been nominated for Celery moments, like, when he wrote balls on the journalist notepad in the press conference, him running down the touchline to give the instructions to the players after we scored against PSG, kicking a water bottle in the process. One of my favourite...
Liverpool.
The Liverpool, running down the pitch, giving all of this was fantastic. The accusing Wenger of being a specialist in failure, I just thought that was hilarious. And, of course, my favourite, really, which is in the press conference where he turned on a journalist and said, I am not neutral, I am a Chelsea. So I think Jose absolutely deserves to get nominated for this. Now, you and I can do this together, can't we? We can reveal who the winners are.
Shall I do third place for you?
Do it in reverse order.
With 18% of the votes is the Chelsea European flags.
Boo! Because I voted for that, and yes, you guys. I'm sorry.
I didn't vote for that. I know what I voted for because I only voted about 3 hours ago. Right. Which, by the way, it's easier to vote than I realised. You can do it on your phone, just literally clicking a couple of links and some buttons.
What did you think was going to happen?
Exactly.
Well, I just thought it takes ages to go through stuff. I haven't done it all season.
Oh, now you tell us. It's wonderful. I set this website up just so it could be easy.
I only did it today because you texted us and said, make sure
anyway,
you
come
vote.
on, hurry up. We've got 6 of these to get through.
I thought you didn't. Okay, 38% in second place. Steven Gerrard slipped letting Bar in to score.
Which means the winner is... Drum roll. Jose Mourinho.
And his 4 celery moments.
Absolutely. I'm not a neutral, I'm Chelsea, and other great Jose moments, 44%. So it's actually quite close, to be fair, but I think a well-deserved winner there. Anyway, Dan Francisco, he voted for Jose, but he loved the flags. Yes, I know. Well, I'm sorry the flags didn't win, but I think a worthy winner in Jose.
Diane Crabtree also said celery moment is the flags, surely.
Benches, have they got it right?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Andy,
Yeah, I think
Dan,
so, yeah.
Gaffer.
I love the flags. I'm underneath them, but
Yeah,
I think just having Jose back, you just
good.
Yeah.
You're all happy with that?
Yeah, I
Good,
agree.
good. I like a bit of consensus. It's good. Right, next one, of course, is the Guinness moment. Now, unusually, because most nominations, there were just 3 that were nominated, but I decided to have 4 for this one, and they are in no particular order. Hazard's Rabona against Fulham, Hazard's run against Galatasaray when we played them at home, Czech's last-minute save against PSG at home, and Williams' little kind of bit of trickery which led to the goal against Atletico Madrid at home. Now, I voted for Hazard's run against Galatasaray. What did you vote for?
Yeah, I think it was probably that, just because it was really quite funny just how he
Yeah, it was brilliant. I
totally
went
mugged
lot
off
for that.
before. And the Fulham thing was probably the most outrageous bit of
That was quite outrageous.
successful skill throughout the season. But
I agree with that, but you're going to get bored of me saying this. I've been saying it about 4 years now. Without Czech's save, we would have been out of the Champions League at that point, because we wouldn't have scored again after that. And even if we had scored 1, it had still gone to extra time, so we might not have gone through. So Czech's save actually got us through. I think it would have been Galatasaray anyway. I can't remember what point of the Fulham away game Hazard's Rabona was, if it was 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, whatever it was.
Should we find out who the winner
Yeah,
is?
let's do it. Do you want me to do all the rest? You do the winner. and the
Reverse
rest.
order, Darren.
Right, Willian cut back to the goal versus Atletico Madrid at home. It got 7% of the votes. Eden Hazard's amazing run versus Galatasaray at home, where he ran from our own half, got 19%. Eden Hazard's Rabona against Fulham away got 34%, which means...
Winner! Darren, you called it, mate. Petr Cech's save against PSG in the last minute, 40%. Again, fairly close, actually, but I didn't vote for that. I voted for Hazard's run, but I can understand why people voted for that. It was a top save, and I did go ooh a lot.
And we would have been out
I did more than
otherwise.
go ooh, actually, because I thought it was going in.
We'd have all been going from daring to Denver to being, like, gutted that we got knocked out.
Absolutely right.
So it was very
Benches,
crucial
are you
decision.
happy? The people have spoken. You are representative of the people. Are you happy?
Czech got my vote.
Yeah, mine as well.
Yeah, it's more consensus. Everybody's loving a bit of Czech.
did
at
you
the
all
moment.
vote for the same thing just before the show?
Colluding. I just nodded because everyone else nodded, I think.
I'm keeping quiet on that one.
So who did you vote for,
I
Andy? Who
voted
did
for
you vote for?
Hazard's run.
Who did you vote
Hazard's
for?
run.
Hazard's run.
Traitor.
It made me go ooh twice.
Did he? Well, you and I obviously know our stuff, Andy. That's all I can say. Right, okay, we're into the next category now, which is, I believe, Chant of the Season, Darren.
Yep.
So, the nominees here were the Williams song, he got the call from Abramovich, yada, yada, yada. We've done it before, we've done it before, and hello, hello, Samuel Eto'o, hello. Which I made a very big thing of last week, that it was me who started that, but there you go.
And it's really worked. You really helped plug it. You sold it. You should be a salesman after that. Hello, hello, Samuel Eto'o got 3% of the votes.
And they were all from Chidge.
Yeah, they were. I voted on 5 different computers, and it still didn't work.
Was it one vote?
Shut up.
There was actually 4 votes, so if you did vote on 5 computers, you voted against yourself.
No, actually, I voted on 2 different computers, and the other vote was from Samuel Eto'o. Me and Samuel Eto'o.
Conceivable.
Because he's a Don and I'm a Don. What more can I say?
We've done it before, Champions League, we've done it before, got 17% of the votes. I thought that's quite low.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I'm actually surprised at how low that is, because that was very lifting. I actually got the old goosebumps. I watched the videos again. I didn't watch the Samuel Eto'o one. I don't think it was a
Did
video.
you like what I put on the blog?
I didn't read it, I just voted. I was at work.
Because I had some of these, some footage of all of this going, people actually doing it, yeah.
I've never seen that Walter Rotten one before. That
interview on Chelsea TV. I know.
How long ago was that from?
I don't know. It wasn't that long ago, but I kind of dug it out from YouTube.
Turn of the year kind of time, I think.
Yeah,
I'd never seen it. I thought that was fantastic.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was great. I was going to vote for it anyway, but especially after seeing the video and seeing
Great,
Walter and everything else.
So what are they smashed it, basically. The Williams song smashed it with 80% of the vote. How about that, Benches? What do you think?
Yeah, we said it.
Definitely worth it.
Yeah.
You're going to give it... I think you're
Definitely.
duty bound to give it a bit of a reading, but don't say the S word, because we're on
Call
TV. Say poo instead of the S word. 1, 2, 3. We'll count you in. Off you go.
The divs from Spurs, they bought their flight, but Willian, he saw the lights. He got a call from Abramovich, and off he went to Stamford Bridge. He hates Tottenham, he hates Tottenham, he hates Tottenham, and he hates Tottenham.
Lovely stuff. I think.
But, can we now implore Walter to write a new song somewhere near the start of next season?
Waltz, if you're listening or when you listen to the podcast version of this, can you please come up with another song for next year? I think it's a bit like a song for Europe, featuring Walter Ross and Andy or Smith. It's Smithy, isn't it?
Yeah, Smithy and Big
So there we go. Excellent stuff. Right now, we've done Chant, we've done Guinness, we've done Celery. It's now for our worst moment of the season. Now, we had a bit of trouble kind of figuring out the nominations for this, but in the end, this is one of the ones I changed actually, but the Champions League semi-final, as I explained at the time, I had a bit of a delayed reaction in terms of disappointment, but disappointed I certainly was. The Sunderland at home, I actually ended up voting for this one, Pablo, because I've seldom left the ground feeling as knocked off as I did.
No, but everyone was in kind of fairly resilient, fairly decent spirits by about 2 hours.
Yeah, but you see, what you don't know, or you might do, but you might have forgotten, but I left the ground and I was really fed up, and I was going to go straight to go. I had to get train back to Winchester that night, and I actually made a beeline. I made a beeline to the station. I bumped into your old man, funnily enough. And then I got halfway to the station. I thought, no, I'm not going to just sit and sulk on the train for the next hour or two. I'm going to go to the pub. So I went to the pub, and you lot cheered me up. So I didn't feel so bad after that. But I did feel disappointed at the time. The one that I brought in, and actually your tweet instigated this, but I decided to put Juan Mata leaving in, because actually I forgot about how very disappointed we all were when that happened. Do you think it's fair enough including that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you would be.
Yeah, I do agree with you. It's just, again, it's Jose. If Benitez had done it, yeah, that would have probably been the worst moment of the season. But when it's a manager that we trust, that we want, that we were calling for his return, that we never wanted to see sacked in the first place, that wins us a load of trophies and wins wherever he goes.
And the winners are, Darren?
Losing the Champions League semi-final, 15%. Juan Mata being sold to Man United, 20%. Which leaves...
The winner is losing Jose's unbeaten Premier League record at home against Sunderland, 65% of the vote.
I voted for that. I think that was
I voted for that.
Champions League semi-final, like we said, when you get there, it happens. Mata, that was a conscious decision from Jose, and we got a good money for him as well. I think if we'd wait to the end of the season, we might have got a bit less. So, yeah.
I think we'll go into next season with a massive monkey off our backs now that we've lost that home game, though.
Yeah. Yes, it has to go sometime. There has to go sometime.
And there were games this year where, everyone was so terrified about losing it that West Brom, for example.
Yeah, I know. I think it's as Jose said, I'm going to go home and have a glass of wine with my wife. Anyway, right, best moment of the season, because you can't have a best without a worst, which is why we have both categories. Now, the nominations were all built around goals, funnily enough, but we had Branner's winner against Man City, which we went absolutely snooker loopy watching it live here in this studio, as I recall. Great picture of us going a bit mad.
Well, 2 of the 3 of us on the panel.
Yeah.
The other one's a loyal supporter.
Yeah, exactly. You were there, weren't you? You were actually up there. Yeah. We had more fun here, honestly, Pablo.
I don't.
No, actually, I don't think we did. Anyway, Barr's goal against PSG, which was just brilliant for so many reasons, and funnily enough, Barr gets Barr's done very well with the nominations for somebody who's supposed to be rubbish. God bless him. I've got to love him for that. And of course, it was the goal against Liverpool, which I was watching it at home in my living room. I did a circuit of the house with my shirt over my head, banging into odd bits of furniture, obviously. But I did go a bit mad when that went in. That was definitely... I actually voted for that. I voted for Barr's goal against Liverpool.
Yeah, I did as well, actually, because as much as I did like Ivanović's goal, it was a bit earlier on in the season. He actually was probably the best goal out of them, though. The PSG at home one I did like as well, but I think the Liverpool one, because Barca actually had a lot to do. It wasn't like Gerrard slipped and you knew he was going to score. He still had to run for pretty much the whole half. He's only just in their half when he did it. So I think I voted for that one.
I think for the sheer release, it had to be the PSG.
You went for the PSG. Yeah. All right, benches. What did you lot go for?
PSG.
Can we say that again so we can see when you said it?
Yeah, PSG. Just for
last time you all said PSG together. Try it all together this time.
1, 2, 3. PSG.
Gaffer, you absolute legend. I think they voted mainly for PSG. What do the real people, the people out there in their virtual armchair land, have to say?
12% of people vote for Brano
Brano.
Ivanovic against Man City.
And that was all Gaffer, was it? Who claimed to like that? So anyway, 12% for Brana.
Demirbau's goal against Liverpool away came second on 35%.
That's what I voted for.
I think I did too.
Yeah, and but Pablo is the winner because Demirbau's goal against PSG at home, 53% of you voted that as your best moment of the season. How about that? He says in a non-Jimmy Savile voice. Brilliant. I'm not. Now then, jingle jangle. I'm not unhappy about that.
I'm half expecting when you say that, I'm half expecting some knickers to fly across and tell
God,
me.
yeah, that's the kind of thing that would happen. That would be very non-PC. I'm really not unhappy about that because it was. I mean, actually, if I think about it, that probably was the best moment of the season. So fair play to everybody who voted for that. Now, last one in this section is, of course, the away day of the season. Sadly, I only made it to one of the three.
I made it to
nominees.
none of the three.
Darren made none of them. Pablo was all of them.
Yeah,
No,
two.
not
Two out-
Gallagher.
two out-
Seb's the only one here that did all
Seb's the only one who did all three of these. Well played, Seb. Now, look, the nominations were Arsenal away in the Capital One Cup. Galatasaray, look at that, it's just brilliant. I mean, Terry Fisk, not just because Terry Fisk is in the picture, although clearly that helps. What I like is that lad on the left-hand side of the photo clearly digging out the Arsenal fans. I mean, that's priceless. The second was the Galatasaray away. Look at that, that's a brilliant.
That's me climbing up.
Is that you climbing up the fences?
No, I wish.
Brilliant. There's some proper naughty boys in there, I love that. And of course, the other one is PSG away. There we go. Rue Ross and all, but we've got stickers, Scoot sticking his stickers everywhere, particularly on that Frenchman's back, seen running away, funnily enough. Anyway, thank you, Ross. There we go. I did that gag the first time we did it. It's still just as funny the second time. I actually voted for Arsenal in the Carling Cup because that was the only one I went to, and I felt that was only fair that I vote for the one that I went to. What did you vote for, Darren?
I voted for that because people said that Galatasaray away, the atmosphere wasn't as good as Fenerbahce away.
Really?
There was nothing really about the PSG. I mean, you could hear our supporters quite a lot, actually. But I think it would have to be Arsenal. Having that many supporters.
You were for that. Pablo?
Yeah, I think Arsenal, like as an entire trip, obviously PSG would beat it because it was more than just.
You were so on it.
But the afternoon and game for Arsenal just taking liberties up there.
Wasn't it? Taking liberties, weren't we?
Yeah, it was just.
Loved
Yeah,
it.
it was good fun.
Yeah, okay, well, there we go. Funnily enough, we are. Actually, very quickly, Benches, what would you have gone for?
Arsenal.
It'd be interesting to hear what-
Arsenal,
Really?
hands down,
Because I was there.
because I was there as well. Yeah.
Seb, I'd be interested to hear what you say, Seb.
As a game and in the stadium, Arsenal was definitely the best. But for me, Galatasaray, the pre-match, we were in a small bar and we were lifting empty barrels across the bar to get new ones. So it was amazing.
Mental.
Yeah.
Scenes!
Yeah,
Scenes,
big
Seb,
scenes, yeah.
scenes! Lovely stuff. Here's a scene for you. We've got the winners. And what are they, Darren?
I'm glad you voted. Did you vote Galatasaray?
Quickly, we're running out of time. Go
Well,
on.
Galatasaray got 11% anyway.
Yeah.
Which is a bit of a shame. PSG away in the Champions League got 16%. So unanimously,
We win.
It is unanimously. Yeah.
Unanimously.
Landslides.
Everybody
Shit.
voted for that one. It's landslide. Yeah, 73% voted for Arsenal away. I've said the Carling Cup. What a muppet.
But it was the Carling Cup. You call it Capital One.
Considering
It's the
you-
same.
Milk Cup.
Considering
They
you-
changed the sponsorship name. It's still the same bloody thing.
Considering
You did a poster for it.
considering he had his own name on a poster at Fulham
Hey,
Broadway.
very
for
quickly, I
Capital
know he's
One.
going to cut me off, but I've been invited by Capital One because my wife's now working for them, and I'm going to the Leighton Orient Rotherham playoff
It's
next
now been
weekend.
rescinded.
Yes, no, I didn't mean it. We're right. We'll be back after the break for the rest of the awards, including Player of the Season. It's so exciting. See you in a minute.